The Roman legionary was a professional heavy infantryman of the Roman army after the Marian reforms. Legionaries had to be Roman citizens under the age of 45. They enlisted in a legion for 25 years of service, a change from the early practice of enlisting only for a campaign. The last 5 years were on veteran lighter duties. Immunes. Regular trained legionaries were known as militaires and were the equivalent in rank of the modern private. Included in the ranks, aside from the militaires, were the immunes, specialist soldiers with secondary roles such as engineer, artilleryman, drill and weapons instructor, carpenter and medic. These men were still fully trained legionaries, however, and would fight in the ranks if called upon. They were excused from some of the more arduous tasks such as drill and fatigues and received better pay than their comrades in arms. Equipment. On the march in unfriendly terrain, the legionary would be loaded down with armor, commonly larica hamata, larica squamata, or 1st-3rd century larica segmentata, shield, helmet, 2 javelins, a short sword, a dagger, a pair of heavy sandals, a sarcina, about 14 days' worth of food, a water skin, cooking equipment, 2 stakes for the construction of palisades, and a shovel or wicker basket. Training and discipline. The Roman soldier underwent especially rigorous training. Discipline was the base of the army's success, and the soldiers were relentlessly and constantly trained with weapons and especially with drill. Force marches with full load and in tight formation were frequent. Weighted weapons that were heavier than standard issue were used for training. Discipline was important and infractions were heavily punished by the centurions. Punishments could range from being obliged to spend the night outside the protective security of a fortified camp through being beaten with clubs, to the stoning of individuals or unit executions involving decimation. However, honors, rewards and promotions were frequently awarded to legionaries who distinguished themselves in battle or through exemplary service. Other legionaries. Legionary is also a term used for members of various military forces which have been accorded the title of legion, although bearing no resemblance to the heavy infantry of ancient Rome. In the 18th and early 19th century, this designation was sometimes accorded to units which comprised both mounted and foot components. More recently, the title has been used by the French Foreign Legion, the Spanish Foreign Legion and the Polish legions. Members of these modern legions are often called legionnaires, the French term for legionary.